Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. For today's video, I want to dive back into some XRP analysis because I have seen so much FUD out there over the last couple weeks. Ever since all of the news broke out that American exchanges were going to be banning US customers from buying XRP, so many people came out and panic sold their XRP, and there's just been so much FUD around, which is why today I'm going to address all of your guys' thoughts, questions, and concerns, and I'm going to share with you guys why I'm still bullish on XRP and why I'm expecting a big bounce in price very soon. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join the fastest growing and the very best Discord community out there in crypto. My server has over 17,500 members and it's growing so fast. If you guys want to join my community, make sure you guys click inside the description of this video and there you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord server. On the Discord server, I also offer my VIP content like the video course and signal. So if you guys want to follow every single trade that I take, follow my entire long-term portfolio, then make sure you guys stay all the way to the end of this video because then I'm going to take a couple minutes to explain how you guys can get signed up, the pros of doing so, and what it's going to take to get you guys going today. One final thought before we jump into the video is to make sure to download my free ebook. This is for new guys getting into the market that want to understand a little bit more of the ins and outs of trading and investing. This is something I really wish I would have had when I first got into the market, and I know it's going to help you guys out a lot, which is why I've made it free to download. Links are provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Okay guys, now here we are taking a look at XRP. It's been a few days since my last update. I know a lot of people are really scared. A lot of people have been fearful. A lot of people have suspected me of panic selling. And I did make a joke on Twitter and I said that I panic sold, but it was really just a troll. And I felt like most people could understand that. But for the people that didn't understand that, no, I didn't sell any of my XRP. This was just kind of me being a troll. Regardless, guys, I've told you from the get-go I was going to be here with XRP, whether it crashed to zero or whether it went to the moon. And that's just my personal belief. You know, I feel like there's enough conviction for me to be bullish on XRP. Yes, I understand all of the negative connotations that go about holding XRP. I went through and studied the lawsuit. I watched a really cool, informative video of somebody breaking it down. And when I went through there and I studied some things, you know, there were some things that kind of caught me off guard. There were some things that, you know, were kind of already in the awareness of what we already knew. And so I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about my thoughts, cover my perspective inside of the charts. I'm still bullish on XRP. That hasn't changed. Yes, the bearishness has kind of shifted a little bit more, and we have had a much deeper sell-off. But this doesn't really change a whole lot, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. But I wanted to cover to you guys why I'm really not going to be selling my XRP. And the reason for that is just because there's a lot more regulatory clarity outside of America. And with us being so, you know, indecisive, we're kind of in this gray area when it comes to regulations. I think that there's a lot that can change. And so at this point, you either have two options. You either, you know, keep holding long term and stick to your conviction, or you sell and you move it to something else. If you're an American, you know, I can understand why you would want to sell. You know, maybe there is the potential that you have a lot of money and you do need to actually do some big sells when it comes to take profits. Therefore, you know, XRP might not be a sane option for you. And so these are all things that we have to consider here. If you're outside of America, I just don't see the big reason in selling. The point in selling would have been back here when it was actually up in value. I don't understand why nobody was willing to take profits off here, but the second that the price started falling and then it's back to square one, everybody wants to get out of it. This just shows you guys that the emotional psychology of a market cycle is very strong right now, and that's why I don't think that now is the time to be selling. I'm expecting a bounce. At the very least, you guys should be able to exit this at a break even. Because I mean, right now at 22 cents, you know, the majority of you guys aren't going to be in profit. You know, my average entry price was 23 cents, so I'm technically not even in profit. But I've been dollar cost averaging and really getting into the lows here. And so the fact that I'm not even in profit and I've been doing this for a year and a half shows that the majority of you guys out there probably aren't in profit either. And so I don't see the big rush to try and FOMO I don't see the big rush into trying panic selling your positions when the time to sell would have been up here when the price was actually up. That's just my thoughts. That's kind of why I've stuck to my belief. I'm going to continue to hold. I'm going to continue to see what happens regardless of the outcome. I'm still bullish on XRP. Yes, there were some things that were highlighted inside of the lawsuit that kind of made me question some of the executives inside of Ripple. There was, the CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, he sold over 60% of his XRP back in 2019, and he never disclosed any of this. And so there is some things that should make XRP holders a little bit frustrated. I know it made me a little frustrated when I studied it a little bit harder. And so, we're kind of in this point where we're just going to watch and see how the dust settles, see how all this works out. And I'm going to, once again, just kind of stick to the charts and just see what way this goes. And I can tell you guys right now that from the charting perspective, this does look a lot better than you guys would think. And so let's dive in here. Let's take a look at this shorter time frame and the perspective. Now, let's drop into the daily real quick. Now, as you guys know, I was watching for this level here at about 33 cents approximately. 33 to 34 cents approximately. This is the level that I was watching. I wanted to see support hold here. And support definitely didn't hold. In fact, support sold through and we ended up getting, in fact, support became resistance and then we made another leg lower. And so this, about the worst of the worst came for XRP based off of the price chart, but I still think that there's reason to be optimistic. And I'm going to get into that right now. So when we look at the XRP price chart, on the shorter time frames, I started to notice a really interesting pattern here. I started to notice how much this impulse and correction looks just the same as what we saw with Bitcoin shortly after COVID. And I'm going to get that with you guys right here. So when we take the chart of Bitcoin, Bitcoin bottomed at 3,200. From 3,200, it went all the way to 14K. 14K, it topped out and then went all the way back down to 3,800, right? And it was that crazy COVID panic where everybody panic sold. And I'm seeing the same exact market cycle playing out today inside of XRP, which is another reason why I'm not getting too shaken out by everything that we're seeing here. Yes, there is a little bit reason to be concerned because, the SEC has announced that they were suing XRP, but I still don't think we need to get too shaken out. And you guys are going to start to understand the pattern that I'm seeing here. Really, it looks to me like about the same chart. We get the cycle top right here after the rally up. We kind of consolidate within this triangle pattern here. And this one really doesn't last very long. It kind of consolidates, makes one low, and then just kind of starts selling off into that next final low. Eventually we find support here. We'll get another relief bounce. This one gets rejected back up at the top of the resistance. And then we have one more final panic on the way down to complete this correction. And it's really the same type of consolidation pattern that we saw with Bitcoin. And it's really interesting to me how everybody was getting really bullish, me included. We're getting really bullish once XRP started ripping off of this 43 cent level. Once it started breaking out, everybody got excited. And I remember the same thing happened here inside of Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of landed at that 6K support floor. And then it bounced back up. Everybody thought the alt season and bull run were here. And then we ended up getting rejected at this 10.5K resistance. And then we sold off for one more low, right? And that's what happened in that last cycle. Coronavirus happens right here. The market tanks another 50%. And this is pretty much the same stuff. XRP was bullish. Everybody was excited. And then here comes the SEC. What happens to the price? It immediately panics, and it has the exact same type of sell-off. This is the same point where everybody started panic selling, the same point where everybody started saying XRP was going to zero. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you right now that the charts don't lie. And what the chart's showing us is that we're about to see a big bounce, and that all of the panic sellers for XRP are going to be severely regretting their mistakes. And I can tell you guys this firsthand as somebody who went through coronavirus, went through all that panic, and actually bought more crypto during that panic. You're going to be rewarded for the people that do this because we're seeing the exact same scenario playing out once again. It's literally the same market cycle as what we just saw with Bitcoin. And this SEC FUD is the same thing what happened with the Corona FUD. All of this is correlated in the same way. And what's interesting to me is how all of this happened right after XRP broke out of a 2-year resistance. We landed on this level back in August of 2018. You could even count it back in 2017. But we landed on this in August of 2018. So we've literally been here for over 2 years, either on support of this level or below resistance. And then when we finally break above that, that's when all of the FUD comes out. Guys, this is all a correlated event. You know, all of these higher forces are doing a play on your own emotions. They're stealing your money right now. And the people that can't see that are simply going to miss out. And the people that do are actually managing to catch an amazing opportunity, because I did not think we'd get another opportunity to buy XRP this cheap. The fact that we have it, the people that are jumping in on this a year from now, you're going to really, really be thankful that you did that. I can speak that right now. You know, I saw a lot of people that panic sold. I saw a lot of people that made that mistake. I can tell you guys firsthand that I'm expecting these people to really regret their decisions. But at the end of the day, we won't know until price picks up. What I see right now with price is just the same as the Bitcoin cycle. I think that this dip is going to get bought up. And really, even when we drop to the shorter time frames, when we pull up the RSI, let's get the OBV off of here. When we pull up the RSI, you know, there's a lot of seller exhaustion. We have bullish divergence forming on the 4-hour time frames. If we drop it to the 8-hour time frames, it's still there. Obviously, it looks a little bit different, but still there. If we drop it to a 12-hour time frame, it's still there. If we drop it to a daily time frame, it's still there again. As long as, assuming support holds where we're at, we're still completing a bullish divergence. And so these are my reasons, guys. There's simply no reason to be selling out of your XRP. At least wait for a bounce, because I can just about, because I can really say with a lot of confidence that we're at least going to get a bounce back up to about 33 cents. You know, we're going to retest this level, the same level that we've been getting rejected or riding on support on for the last 2 years. We're going to come back up and hit this level. You know, that is going to be the deciding point. If we start getting rejected off right here, then maybe you guys should start to consider maybe exiting a little bit out of XRP. But, you know, as long as this continues to follow suit, there's a lot of seller exhaustion playing out on all of the time frames. Bullish divergence are some of the most accurate forms of trading that you're going to be able to find, and they're very, very accurate. You guys are going to be able to find these on the time frames, and they're going to play out time and time again. The 4-hour bullish divergences are some of the most accurate things that you can find in these markets, and so we're seeing it playing out on the 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, and daily time frames. Guys, how much more obvious does it have to get for you? That's just my thoughts and perspective here. Now, let's talk about one more thing here. Let's drop to the shorter time frames, and let's talk about what would happen if this actually is following pretty closely to the Bitcoin cycle, right? So let's scrunch this in here. Let's analyze some things. So what this looks like to me, so remember this resistance that we had here at about $10,500 for Bitcoin. This was resistance. Every time we hit it, it would fall. Every time we hit it, it would fall, fall. And then finally, Bitcoin flipped this level, and this level, for the first time, started acting as support. And then what happened to price? Price immediately started skyrocketing. So let's assume that this pattern is going to play out again. Where is our 10.5K level on XRP? Well, honestly, I would draw it about right here. Let's go with right here. This, to me, looks like that same level, right? We get the top of the peak, we sell off, resistance, resistance, for the final panic, and now we're starting this move back up where we eventually are going to be breaking out of it. And so if it follows based off of the Bitcoin cycle, which we have thus far, we should see something along the lines of this. You know, something like this. And then we'll get the next leg up. And then we'll hit off this level. And then we'll break up out of that. And it should be something along the lines of what we just saw with this most recent Bitcoin cycle. You know, we'll kind of rally up, consolidate, and we'll just start rallying up higher and higher until we're back up above this resistance at about 65 cents. It really does look exactly the same, to me anyways. You know, a lot of people might disagree with me on this. A lot of people say that I'm reaching. But at the end of the day, guys, you can't ignore how identical these market cycles line up to each other. And the fact that we're seeing this exact same type of major FUD come out right after a major breakout. Same thing happened with Bitcoin. You know, we're seeing all of this stuff, and the cycles just simply line up enough for me that I'm going to play this. I expect that eventually, you know, we're going to be flipping this level, and then we're going to be breaking out and going into new all-time highs. And the people that panic sold are going to regret it. I'm telling you guys that right now. We're going to be doing something along the lines of this. We have this sharp panic. We're right down here, and now we're going to start the big impulse back up. And this is ultimately before we start going into new all-time highs. This is the definition of the disbelief phase. Nobody actually believes in XRP. Everybody thinks it's going to go to zero, and these are the people that are going to be wrong. So anyways, guys, this is the video I had for you. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware about everything that I thought about XRP. I know I haven't made a video in a couple days. I know a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are confused. A lot of people think I panic sold, and I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and perspective. No, I haven't panic sold. I'm still in the same situation as I was before. If anything, I'm still expecting another bounce. So if you guys were trying to get out of XRP, at least you're going to be able to get a bounce to the point where you're break even or maybe in slightly profit. Or, you know, if you hold long term, I expect this to be breaking out, making new all-time highs. And so I'm still bullish. Don't get shaken out. Ignore the FUD. I know there's so much of it out there. I just wanted to give you guys my analysis and make it as straightforward and as simple to understand as possible. So guys, as we wrap up this video, if you guys like what I do on this channel, you support everything, and most importantly, you guys want to be able to follow somebody that knows what they're doing so you can copy my portfolio and make these same profits with me, you guys should really check out my video course and signals. Inside of my Discord, I offer 2 different products. I offer my video course, which is 20 educational videos that are to teach you guys technical analysis, drawing on the charts, doing all that stuff. And then I also offer my second product, which is the signals and the ability to copy my entire long-term portfolio and follow each and every trade that I take. You also get private VIP videos that I only make for members inside of my signals. And so if you guys want to be able to know exactly what I'm doing before I ever talk about it on YouTube, I post everything inside of the Discord. Entries, exits, where I'm going to be putting my money, where I'm going to be diversifying, and all of that type of stuff. So if you guys want to just be able to know that you're following a very sound portfolio, you guys can always copy mine, which is also going to be linked in the description. You guys can sign up. You guys can purchase them together or separate. If you can only pick one, I always recommend going with the signals first, because the signals are going to be the way for you guys to make this same profit. So once again, guys, links are provided for you in the description to go and sign up. Now, one final thought for wrap up this video, guys, is if you don't want to sign up for any of my VIP stuff, I do have a free ebook that's linked in the description. This ebook is going to be for new guys getting into the market. It's a really informative ebook that I spent a lot of time making because I know it's going to help you guys out a lot. It's something I wish I would have had, and it really helped me a lot. Knowing these simple instructions of what I'm going to teach you guys in that ebook, these were kind of the difference maker in what took me from being unprofitable to profitable inside of the cryptocurrency market. So that's why it's free to download. Links are provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.